Okay, so now we will be looking at the control test 3 of the September 2021. Is that correct? Yes. Right, here we go. So the first question, let me just get it here quickly. So the first question says, consider the following expression and answer the questions that follow. So in question 1.1.1, they ask you how many terms are there in the expression. How many terms does the expression have? 4 terms. What separates terms? Plus and minus signs. Okay? So as you can see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 terms. Okay? Give the degree of the expression. What is the degree? The highest exponent on x. The highest exponent on x or y is going to be x to the 3. So it's the third degree. You guys understand? The next question says, write down the constant in the expression. What's a constant? The term without a variable. It's a number only. So the term without a variable is -4. Next question. Write down the coefficient of x1. So the coefficient is the number in front of x1. Okay? Also known as, in this case, the numerical coefficient. So there's xy. So the number in front of that, the coefficient, is -2. Remember that the sign is part of the term. The next one. What is the exponent of x in the first term? The exponent of x in the first term. So the exponent of x is 1. And the last question, determine the value of the expression if x is equal to -1 and y is equal to 1/2. So this is your substitution question. Wherever you see an x, I put -1. Wherever you see a y, you put a 1/2. So it's -2 into -1 times 1/2, negative into -1 cubed into 1/2 squared, plus 3 times -1 squared times 1/2 cubed minus 4. You all agree with that? Yes. Did I make any mistake here? No? So 1 mark at that point already. So before we can add and subtract the terms, I must simplify them. Not so? According to BODMAS, the brackets first. So negative times negative, of course, is positive. And 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 1/2 is 1. So it's positive 1. So I got negative. In the bracket, -1 cubed is -1. 1 over 2 squared is 1 over 4. So 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4. Plus 3 into -1 squared is positive 1. 1/2 to the cube is 1 over 8 minus 4. So again, I'm going to first sort out these terms. The brackets, which is going to give you 1. Negative times negative is positive. 1 times a quarter is a quarter. Plus 1 times 3 is 3, and 3 times an 8 is 3 over 8. Okay, minus 4. So what's the LCM here? It's 8. So 1 must be multiplied by 8, so it's going to be 8. 4 must be multiplied by 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 8 must be multiplied by 1, so 1 times 3 is 3. 1 multiplied by 8 is 8, so it's going to give you -32. Okay, so it's going to give you -22 is -17. No, it isn't 19. It's -17. Sorry? Not sure. Okay, remember this is going to be now 8 is 10 is 30. 32 minus 30. It's going to give you 2, carry 1. 19. I get 19. It's 19. Who got 19? Nobody. 17. Who got 17 and got it right? I think it's -19 over 8. Okay, I'll just check now. Just give me. Okay, let's just check. So as we indicated, that is correct. Okay. So in question 1.2, the question says simplify. So if I look at 1.2.1, can I add these terms? No, they are unlike. So the answer is this 3x plus 2y. You all agree with that? In question 1.2.2, here I'm going to look for like terms. 12x is a like term to negative 5x and 3y with negative 6y. You all agree with that? Any confusion? No. So 12 minus 5 is 7. 12x minus 5x is 7x. What is 3y minus 6y? Minus 3y. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Okay, so that the first one being 12x to the power 6 plus 4x to the power 4 minus 8x squared all over 2x squared. So what I do is I write each one of its own. You don't have to, but it just makes it a bit easier for the majority of you. But as I said, if you can do it without writing it like this, there's no blame on you, okay? So let's simplify. 2 going to 12 how many times? 6 times. X to the power 6 over x squared is x to the power 4. Plus 2 goes into 4 twice. X to the power 4 over x squared is x squared. 2 goes into 8 4 times. So it's negative 4 and the x squared cancels x squared. You all agree with that? Any confusion? No. So let's look at the next one. When we're multiplying it basically the same way, we add the powers. No? So what is positive times negative? Negative. So 8 is positive, so it's negative. 8 times 5? 14. X 4 times x cubed? X 7. Y squared times y 4? Y 6. You all okay with that? Right? Stop me when I'm going too fast, no? In question 1.2.5. So what do we need to do first? According to BODMAS. Brackets, get rid of the brackets and let's multiply out. So that's going to give you negative 10x squared. Negative 5 times x. Negative 5x, negative 5 times negative 20, plus 20, plus 12x squared plus 3x. So what do I do now? We add your like terms. Not so? So what is negative 10x squared plus 12x squared? What's negative 10 plus 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's positive 2. Okay? You should have drawn the number line in your exam. What's the 2x squared? Yes? Sorry? Absolutely. My mistake is plus 100. You see, what are we going to do without you, Michael? Besides lying to me, no? Otherwise. Right? You are absolutely correct. Minus 5x plus 3x. Negative 2x plus. People, any confusion there? No. You all say you have no confusion, but when it comes to the exam or your marks, and then it tells a different story, no? You must say when you don't, when you have a problem. So in question 1.2.6, what are we going to do first here? We're going to find an LCM. Not so. What's your LCM here? 6. So 2 must be multiplied by 3. So I will multiply numerator also by 3. 3 must be multiplied by 2. Multiply the numerator also by 2. So I got 3 into x minus 3 minus 2 into 2x plus 5. You all agree with that? So what do I do now? Get rid of the bracket, multiply out. Not so? So 3 times x minus 9. You all agree with that?
Yes, sir.
That's going to give you negative 4x minus 10. Now I'm sure many of you made a mistake there. Okay, so that's a common main error. They don't put a bracket around here, they go straight and multiply that in. And they have positive 10. Okay? And this is all over 6. So what do I do now? What do you do now? Negative x. What do we do? What's the process? What is this? Well, we're going to add the like terms. So what's 3x minus 4x? Negative x. Negative 9 minus 10. Negative 19 over 6. Okay? Any confusion? No? Anybody want to share where they made the mistake there? No? Okay, there's the next one. I'll put it here. 2.7, 2.1.7, and we cut 2.1.8 is 1.2.8. Okay, so in question 1.2.7, I need to get, I can't take the square root of each term there. Okay? If there's a plus or minus between it, we must simplify it first. Whereas if it's a division and a multiplication, I don't have to simplify it first. Okay? So here, since it is negative or positive, in this case negative, I need to simplify. So 25x squared minus 9x squared, are they like or unlike terms? They like terms. So 25 minus 9 is 16x squared. Not so? So what's the square root of 16? 4x. You all agree with that? Any confusion? No? We take an exponent and we divide it by the root all the time. Okay? Whereas the square root of 16 is 4 there. What's the cube root of negative 27? Negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Positive 9 times negative 3. Negative 27. That is why the cube root of negative 27 is negative 3. X, and it will be 12 over that root. So it will be 12 divided by 3. What is 12 divided by 3? 4. Okay, any confusion here? No. Okay? Right, let's carry on. Okay, so in question 1.3, we are told given an algebraic expression for the sum of 3 times x and the square root of y. People, if it says the sum of, what does that mean? You must plus. 3 times x, what is 3 times x? 3x. Or 3 times x, no? Which simplifies into 3x. And the square root of y. The root of? That's all. So if you put this together, give an algebraic expression, so that would be 3x plus square root of 1. Do you all agree with that? Any confusion? No. Now we're looking at question 2. In question 2 we are told solve for x. So in other words, here we have a specific value for x. Not so? Yes. So how do we get x on its own here? That would imply that x is equal to 5 plus 2. And 5 plus 2 is what? 7. But here you could have just written x equal to 7, you would have gotten the full mark. Okay, so it was simple, it was easy enough to see straight from the question itself. Okay, any confusion? No? The next one? How do I get x on its own? Divided by yes? Negative 1 over 3. Divided by negative 1 over 3. You all agree with that? Why do I divide by negative 1 over 3? We want x on its own. Negative divided by negative? Positive. So this will simply be 6 divided by 1 over 3, which is the same as 6 multiplied by 3 over 1, which is 18. Again, if you could have seen from the question itself that x equal to 18, we would have gotten the full mark. So we know 18 times a third is 6. You all agree with that? Yes. Okay. Any confusion here? Anybody confused? No? Right, let's look at the next question. Can't help but to love these sums, no? Am I right? Yes. Easy. Can't the whole paper just be like this, no? Is that what you're asking yourselves? Huh? Oh, yeah, guys are sleeping again. What do you say? Nothing. Right. Let's look at question 2.1.3. Again, solve for x. What do we do first? Take the 1 over. Numbers on one side, variables on the other side. So it's going to be 4x is equal to 7 plus 1, which is 8. Now what? Divide by 4 both sides. So x equal to 2. You all agree with that? Okay, am I going too fast? No. Okay. So you should know these things already. No? So normally when we introduce, we go a bit slow. Okay. Again, what do we do here? X is one side, numbers on the other side. So it's going to become x. You bring 2x over, it becomes minus 2x is equal to negative 5 minus 3. What's 2x minus x? Negative x equal to negative 8. Now what? Divide by negative 1 both sides. So x equal to 8. You all agree with that? Right, let's look at the next one. What do I do here? Simplify first. How do we simplify? Let's get rid of the brackets. Not so. What law do we call this? Distributive law. Yes, well done. When you multiply before you add, it's distributive. The other one is going to be when we add before multiply. The first step is to add. What do you call that? Commutative. So you get distributive, which is this, and commutative, which is where you add first. Okay. But we can't apply commutative here because these are unlike terms. Not so. So you have no choice but distributive. Right, so let's go with this. It's going to be 3 minus 5 plus 2x equals 4x plus 12. Now what? X is on one side, numbers on the other side. So this is going to be 2x minus 4x is equal to 12 minus 3 plus 5. 2x minus 4x negative equals 14. Now what? Divide by negative 2 both sides. So x equal to negative 7. Right? Any confusion? No? Still okay? Right? Let's cut this word problem here. Right? Canva. Is there Canva in grade 8?
Yes.
Yes, who's Canva? Oh, 8B. Okay. Mr. G's class?
Yes.
Okay. But we must already add the item in our test, no? And a silo. You didn't have a Jessica yet? You did? And Myra? No. That's for who? A Lutiti. Okay. Remind me for the next paper. It must be a Lutiti. But aren't you the one that I do? Okay, I'll try and forget, okay? You will be told Canva get 5 more for mathematics test and a natural science test, which is a good sign. Eh? We get more for maths always.
Yes.
A total for the 2 subjects is 117, which means to say what? The total, what must we do here? We must add. Of the 2 subjects, 117. So what does that mean? So we say we always let the smaller one be x. So what is the smaller subject? Which is the natural science? So let natural science NS be x. So if NS is x, then the maths is what?
X plus 5.
Maths is going to be x plus 5. So the total of the 2. So in natural science plus maths is x plus 5 equal 117. So that's of course going to give you 2x equals 115 minus 7. 112. 117 minus 5 is what? 112 here. You want me to write it down rather? Yeah. 115 minus 7. Gabby is getting me to write it down. Okay. Wasn't it you? Okay. Whoever it was. Right. Now what? Divide by 2. So x is 56. But what is the question? Natural science test. So NS is 56. Okay, you guys understand? And the maths. Say NS. Okay. So the maths is 56 plus 5, which is 61. Not too bad, no? Not too shabby. Right. Right. Now we're coming to the exciting part, no? Geometry. Our favorite. Am I right? Yes. Good. You keep on telling yourselves every morning, you lie to yourself, I love geometry, I love geometry. There will come a time you believe the lies you tell yourself. No? Am I right? No, Tatum? You did well this time. This exam. Okay. So the first question says, in question 3, complete. The supplement. People, what does supplement mean? Add up to 180. The supplement of 35 degrees is what? 145. How do we get that? It's 180 minus 35 is 145. Okay, that was fairly simple. 70 is the what of 20 degrees. What is 70 plus 20? 90. So it's going to be complement. Okay. We got supplement. It adds up to 180. Complement is add up to 90 degrees. Classify. A. What's this angle here? Mark to this here. Huh? Reflex. Did I mark the paper?
No.
What?
On the memo say it.
Oh, memo is wrong. Yes, the memo is wrong. So now you put +1 in pencil. Okay? So we'll give the mark. Listen, if we keep the mark away from you, we're not going to get paid more. Okay? So we're going to give you the mark. Don't worry. No? So how much you short now from 60%, my brother? Are you 1 short or 2 short from 60%? 1? So now you got 60%. Well done. Nice, man. People, next one. What is this here? Acute. Right, next. Right angle. Last one. Also reflex. I think he wanted you to have answered this question here. Not so. That would have been obtuse. No? What? Who can tell her what's a revolution? It's complete 360. So if it's from 118 to 270, 360. Any angle between those two, no? Those extremes, should be a reflex. Okay, so people, that one question, we are going to award the mark to you. Okay, so for those of you, your friends who are absent, please affect that change there as well, so that we can sort it out. Okay, let's look at the next question. 3.3. Let's cut this. In question 3.3 we are told, calculate the size of the unknown angles in the following figures. Always give a reason for every statement you make. Okay. So your statement will be backed up by a reason here. People, what do we know about this here? Angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line adds up to what? 180. So what do I say? X plus 3x plus equals 180. Why? It's angles on a straight line. Okay, not line, line. People, x plus 3x plus 2x is what? 6x. Not 5. X plus 3x is 4x. And 2x is 5. There's 6x. People, what do we do now? Divide by 6 both sides. So x equal to 30 degrees. Any confusion there? No. Okay, it's fairly simple. No? The next one. Vertically opposite angles are equal. So we say m plus 20 is equal to 100 degrees. Why? Vertically opposite. We solve for m. So m is equal to 100 minus 20, which is 80 degrees. Any confusion there? No. Those were the easy ones, no? Right, let's look at the next one. Then again, I'm sure most of you are going to say, hey, but everything in maths is easy. Huh? You don't say that. There will come a time, don't worry. As long as you're going to practice a lot. Say again? Tell yourself lies. Okay, how do we solve this one? These are angles around a point or the revolution. Not so? So I say 47 plus 75 plus 155 plus x equals 360. Why? It's a revolution. So x is equal to 360 minus 47 minus 75 minus 155, which gives an angle of 83 degrees. You all agree with that? Okay? Yes?
If you forget to like
You forget the degree sign? Okay, would you like us to take a mark off from you? No, it's fine. I thought maybe you want us to take a mark from you. Right? You see, the reason for that is you people are losing enough marks elsewhere for us to pull off that mark. No? So we're nice people, man, although you don't feel like we are nice to you, but no? Right. I'm sure most of you guys got your mark for this question. Right? So identify the name of the following pair of angles. So 5 and 6. So 5 and 6. What do we call these? They are co-interior angles. Not so? Then question 5 and 7. 5 and 7. 5, it's making that F there. 5 is equal to 7, so it's corresponding angles. The last one, 3 and 8. Alternate. Alternate, yes. Any confusion there? Huh? No? Right, let's move on to the next question. Are you okay, Michael? You're going crazy? Huh? Or you want to do new work? Is that the sentiment I should be getting? Yes, you must come to school because we will be carrying on with new work tomorrow, okay? So I just need to wrap up this paper quickly and then we can talk about that, alright? Okay, please settle down. So please do not stay at home, okay? I'm going to miss you when you come. Right. Calculate the size of the unknown angles in the following figures. Always give a reason for every statement you make. So people, what is x equal to here? Well, which shape is being formed is the F. So it's going to be corresponding angles with AB being parallel to C. Okay. Let's look at this here. D is 160Y. Alternate angles with BD being parallel to NS. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Okay, just give me a few minutes. Let's just wrap up this paper. So you guys must have had a long weekend already. No? Right, let's go. Let's go here. Go interior. So x plus 59 equals 180. These co-interior angles with AB being parallel to DE. Okay, so x is equal to 180 minus 59, which is 121, not 161, 120. Okay. Oh, we're almost done. Okay. Did you hear that? Right, 4.3. In 4. Okay, let's make this smaller. So we are told that in the diagram AB is parallel to CD and ST is a transversal, but they are not parallel. ST and EF are transversal but not parallel. The question says solve for A to E, I think it is. Okay, I'm just going to cut the diagram only so that I can enlarge the diagram. Okay, so what you can calculate first is A. You could have calculated something else first, but we try and do it in order. Otherwise, if you can't, you can jump it up. People, A plus 80 is equal to 180. Why? Straight line. So A is equal to 100 degrees. Not so. Then I put 80 in there, 100, sorry. B. B is going to be 135. Can you see the corresponding angles here? There's 135. It's corresponding. And I must say that AB is parallel to CD. Okay. C. 100. Why? Can you see that F being formed there? So C is equal to 100 degrees. Corresponding angles with AB being parallel to CD. Okay. D is 135. Why? Vertically opposite. Okay. Some of you are very good at this. is 100. It's also vertically opposite there. Okay. People, the bonus question, let's look at that quickly. Before you leave, okay. Relax your bones. Who told you it's 1 over 10? Oh, you saw on the memo, okay. I was going to give you a chance now to explain on the board, but if you say you only saw it on the memo then. Right. Let's look at this question quickly. From here we can see that the first bracket, you got an LCM of 5. So it's going to be 5. 5 minus 1 is 6. And 5 minus 1 is 4, sorry. So it's going to be 4 over 5. You all agree with that? The second bracket will be 6 minus 1 is 5 over 6. 7 minus 1 is 6 over 7. And so on. The last term is 400 minus 1 is 399 over 400. The one prior to that is going to be 399 over 398 over 400, 399. So what you should note here is that the 5 cancel the 5, the 6 cancel the 6, the 7 cancel the 7, and so on. The 399 cancel that 399, 398 with that 398, and so on. The dots mean to say that it is all the factors between 1 minus 1 over 7 and 1 minus 1 over 400. It's all the factors between them. Okay. So what are we left with? We are left with 400, 4 in the numerator, and 400 in the denominator. Can you see that? 4 going to 4 once, 4 going to 400, 100 times. So the square root of 1 over 100 is going to be, square root of 1 is 1, square root of 100 is 10. Okay. Listen, I have recorded this memo now. So you guys